everyone. Thank you for listening to Bionicle Commentary Central, episode number 21.
Yay.
It's Tuesday, August 18th, as of recording. I'm Chris, here with Leo.
Hey.
LQ.
Hello, everyone.
Mace.
What's up, my peoples?
That was the best intro yet. Well, best reading yet. And Malorus.
Hi.
Hi.
Mace,
Hi.
you raised the bar a little too high.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi is good.
Too basic.
Simple.
Anyways, LQ, take it
Hello.
away. I'm running out of stuff to greet about.
So, today we're going to be discussing our list of what we think the top 5 worst Bionicle sets ever released are. I brought this up about 2-3 weeks ago. Then I reminded everyone last week to make their list, and then within the past few days they probably did it. Basically, we're going to read off our list, compare, comment, and then ask you guys for some feedback as well. But here are the general rules for these lists. 1. Only sets should count. No obscure products like shoes or blasters or foam swords. 2. No polybag sets. Taraga batteries and good guys and bad guys, they don't count.
Taraga batteries.
And neither the heroes we need, nor the ones we deserve.
And 4. I know I skipped 3, but if we don't like your list, you're fired.
I love that list. It's fantastic. It's beautiful.
Okay, let's see. We're going to start
Too
with
loud.
number 5. And how about we have Malurus go first with his number 5?
Alright, so I guess this is sort of expected, but number 5 would be Gresh Star.
Oh, I actually had that as well for number 5.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you know?
Here,
What a
Malurus, why don't you
quinkety.
tell us your reasoning about Gresh Stars?
I did not like the coloring at all for me, and I have the set, so I know it's sort of brittle
Yeah.
for me, like, personally.
My brother's
The
Gresh Star says he's
Plastic
like
I
walking
got
around
was
on
pretty
crutches.
cheap, and
Another
it
thing
just
is...
looks too easy to break.
Another
So-
issue I had with the set myself was, compared to the Gresh we had just gotten last wave, it was literally like still on the shelf at the same time as this Gresh. It was so boring. The mask was so boring, the weapons were more boring. There's just no redeeming factors to this set. With all the other stars, at least we got some interesting pieces or something. Okay, there was
Well,
some
almost all
interesting
of them.
armor pieces with Gresh stars, I'll give him that. But I feel he was the lowest of the stars.
And the randomly recolored shield weapons just really clashed.
Yeah. Chris, what are your thoughts on Gresh stars?
I put him as, let's see. He's number 2 on my list, with number 1 being the absolute worst. Yeah, I think Gresh was bad. Personally, I hate the stars Rakshi worse than Gresh. Like, Gresh, I didn't mind the blades. The mask was alright. The armor plates were alright. Granted, the green joints were just absolutely a pain, but I think Gresh had more redeeming qualities to him than some of the other stars did.
With Gresh's green joints, it wasn't the cursed lime green, that was just the brittleness of the socket connection.
Yeah,
That
though
came
I
with
will
all
say he
sets
did
after
seem to break the
2008.
easiest of all the stars, except maybe Neck
Oh,
Can.
yeah. Well, I've been having problems with with my Rakshi, honestly, because let's see, I believe it's both yellow feet are broken. I had to hot glue them back together. I
Oh
think I'm
yeah,
just
those
gonna
two
glue-
claw feet were the worst feet
Chris-
ever made in Lego.
This is the worst. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
craggle it all together. Just
Chris,
do it.
you never hot glue it like that. You'll never get your foot out, get the foot to move again.
It's true.
Well, it's a small sacrifice.
You know,
I guess it's better to
surprisingly,
have
don't
a foot that
find
doesn't
Tahu
move
stars
than to
held
have
up really
no
well
foot.
over the years.
Yeah. Tahu is the only star set I still have that has bendable limbs.
Oh, wow!
Every single other one I broke.
You know, I should just 3D print new pieces for all of them.
It's all 3D printing with you, Chris. Any problem we bring up, you say, all 3D printed solution.
LQ is
the
missing.
way-
No,
Yep,
seriously,
3D
that would
print is
actually
double.
be a good idea.
No,
Just say to
duct
Lego,
tape
yeah,
is
you know
better
what?
than 3D
I
printing.
printed this overnight, and it was already better than the piece you
I'm with
built.
Malurus here, duct tape. Not 3D
Yeah,
printing.
just duct tape.
Let's duct tape's a little more
Duct tape.
obnoxious.
Duct tape the foot back to the rock sheet.
I like a bigger. If it was like a life-size rock sheet, duct tape, yeah, totally. But it's small, so you're gonna have like either it's gonna get to the point where the duct tape's really stringy because you had to cut it apart, or is this going to be a big obnoxious piece of duct tape around the leg?
Okay, Mace, what did you get for number 5?
For number 5, I had a stars set, but a different stars set. Scroll stars.
Really? What's
Scroll
wrong with him?
Stars actually was one of my favorite stars. I thought he came with more interesting pieces, and
Yeah,
I
I think
really liked the Black Kopaka sword.
I agree
as
with
far as the
LQ.
stars go, I think he was better than them, but as a scroll, he really let me down.
Oh, come on, he's terrifying. Leave him in a dark
Yeah.
room alone, maybe with a little black light, and he's terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he scared some fans into despair over whatever Lego was going to do next after Bionicle closed.
The scroll Agori Atticus was more intimidating than him.
I will give it that. No Agori made my list because they're all better than the stars.
And the scroll warrior should never be worse than the scroll Agori.
Actually, just a heads up, I have no stars on my list.
Huh, interesting.
I only have one
Leo's very
star.
What is
optimistic.
number 5 on your list, Leo?
On my list, I have every set from 2008 onwards. You know why?
Because they all break.
Because their joints break!
Well, that
Yay,
was a very
cookie for me.
unique answer.
My first set from
Leo,
2008
Leo,
was
you
Bampra.
hypocrite, you
And
hypocrite.
guess what?
You said
No,
you didn't
I'm
have any
backing
stars
Leo.
on your
I'm
set.
backing
That
Leo
counts
on
as
this
The
one.
second
stars.
time
Those
I take
count
those
as
joints
stars.
off,
They were
snap!
happy
I am
2008.
backing Leo on this one.
Snap! Those joints were the most brittlest. This is why I only have 4 sets from 2008. I know it's a great year, but that's why I only have 4 sets.
Print
And
new
one of them
pieces.
is
I'm
Brickmaster
telling you,
One of
we
the
can
best
do
sets of
this.
2008 because they don't have ball joints.
We can
Oh
print
yeah,
new pieces, guys.
Accelera
We can rebuild
T9
them.
for the win.
We have the technology.
Okay. Now
Yes,
that
duct
we've
tape.
went over Leo's incredibly broad answer. Chris, what do you have for number 5?
Okay. See, number 5, as in the least of the worst. I put Pahatu Nuva.
Huh.
Why?
Yeah, from 2003. Now,
The
you
first
guys know
set I
I'm a
ever
big
saw.
I wouldn't have to
2001 to
dis-
2003 fan, but Pahatu has always been irksome, shall we say.
Why do you say that?
Like the 2001 Pahatu, I like the reverse body design for the kicking function. That turned out really cool. But in trying to do that and forcing the Nuva armor on, it doesn't look good.
Plus,
And
his
the
weapons
mask
are
is-
really
The
boring.
mask is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what was that?
His weapons, I always found those two the worst of the new weapons. They're very boring.
Yeah, I feel like they could, if they were like a little bit longer.
And his function.
Like
all
a
the
double
other
sword
Toho had
thing.
cool functions with the weapons, but he puts the claws together in something that's kind of like a ball, and then he uses it for what?
Yeah, the Kodan ball.
Yeah, and then he kicks it. That's just basically recycling the old function.
Yeah.
What's wrong with kicking things, though?
Nothing, but it should be something cool like a rock.
What's
Something cool like a rock.
I
you
got
know what's
a
cooler
rock.
than a rock?
Think a little bit broader. We already got a rock.
LQ. Do you know what's cooler than a rock?
A stone.
A rock with spikes.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Shots fired.
You know, Pahatu Nuva was the first set I
Pahatu
ever
Nuva?
saw with my own eyes.
Did you say Pahatu Nuva?
Mm-hmm. First one I ever saw. I actually rebuilt him recently with a box of mock parts.
Most excellent indeed.
Okay, now
See,
it's
those-
time
those
to move on
pieces
to
they
tier
didn't
number
break.
4. Now, by the way, in case no one caught that, me and Lurses were the same, so I just skipped me for number 5.
Yeah, we'll just
I-
skip you. We don't care.
I'm going to start with me for number 4 then, in case Sona's the same as me again. And for number 4, I have Solek.
Hey, so do I.
Oh no! Oh no!
I have
All the
Solek too.
Solicators in the community.
I don't.
I don't.
The set's not. I don't hate it, but why? I just can't figure out a reason I should own it. I don't have any motivation to want the set at all.
Because you're a collector. That's why. Which
Which
is also why I will
Bionicle is the
eventually
only
get
fandom where we're
Solek.
like,
The only
"We
thing
hate
I
it,
want
we're
in
buying
this
it."
set is that mask. I mean, the weapons are super boring. The body build, well, I can get that from any other Avatar, including Mazika, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually have that guy.
Yeah, which, even though he actually would be worse if he didn't come with his swamp. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the word, didn't remember it. But yeah, Solek,
Swamp Strider.
he's just not a great set. I mean, the other Avatorn, you have somewhat interesting weapons, a little bit better colors.
So
the Shadow
pedestrian.
Matorn are actually pretty cool sets just because of their wings, which aren't used, again, ever, so they're pretty rare pieces.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, though, the jetpacks on the Avatorn are used everywhere that year.
Yeah, you can get the jetpacks on pretty much any set.
So that's why Solek
Yeah,
is here. And kind of I'm grouping the other two Avatorn with him to an extent. I just don't want to have too much repetitive on my list. Too much repetitive, that's not how you say it, but...
You gotta admit, their masks were pretty nice, though.
Yes, they were
those.
nice masks. That's the only redeeming factor. But I really
like
don't want to pay that
camos.
much for a mask.
Yeah, because a lot of the Anika had ugly masks, but they were some pretty cool sets.
Yeah, got a point there. Rip in pieces, Solek.
Okay.
Just
Blurs,
like
what do
every
you have
set from
for number
2008
4?
onwards.
My number 4 is Mutron and Vikan because it's like they're just a repaint of Chirox and Kyrop, and it's just like you gotta pay more for them, and they're considered a Titan, but it's just like the same set, only slightly modified. So
Interesting. Let me look up this. You're right. I've never really looked too closely at this set, honestly.
Yeah, I had never noticed that either.
But you're right. I mean, I will give it this. The color scheme's pretty awesome, though.
Ooh, yeah. I'd rather get those two
But,
than
yeah, you are
Kira.
right. It's not much. And how much was the set release? Anyone know?
It was like $15, $20.
Yeah, I believe it's 20, if I remember right.
20 like Icarex.
If it's 20, that was not worth it for 20 because you get them. Okay, how much we're torn $5 or $6 at the time?
It's saying
The torn
15
were like-
right here.
Oh, 15?
$5.99,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think.
$15 in the U.S., 90
I think my
pieces.
internet cut out. So anyway, we're torn $5 or $6 at the time of this set's release.
I'm quickly looking it up now. See, Toa were $13.
Okay.
I remember that.
Torin were $7. Actually, that is a good deal.
Okay, so it's a bit.
Toa were $13. Not like today.
Well, I mean, let's see here.
But I actually would say Tahu Master is definitely more worth it than this set.
Get off my lawn, you protectors!
I have no clue where that came from. That was solid gold.
Yeah, that's definitely a viable option for number 4. You know, if all of his others are repaint, why couldn't he have gotten the wings repainted with green instead of just the same exact wings as, I forget the Black Makuta's name.
Chirox?
I forgot his
Yeah.
name.
Kyrox?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Chirox.
Wait, yeah.
No, Kyrox was
In
the
fact, he
Makuta,
doesn't even
wasn't
have as many pieces as Chirox.
Actually,
Chirox's arms are in 3 parts, so they can fold up and be wings.
Actually,
Cool.
Mutran and Vikan has 90 pieces. Kyrox has 49, and Kyrop has 14. So add Kyrop and Kyrox together, they're not as many pieces as Mutron and Vikan.
Either way.
So like
Because of that giant
in
staff.
terms of price, it's a great deal. In terms of yet another copy of a set, it's just not worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd still get it because I'm a collector.
Yeah, I'll get them one.
And all
Nice.
the Makuta look cool if you line them up on your shelf.
Yep. Hey, what's my
Yeah,
motto? We're the only fandom where we say
It's
we
a
hate
cool
it, we'll
color
buy it.
scheme. It's true.
Well, I guess there are also like Transformer collectors who will have the same motto.
Yeah.
Mace, what do you have for number 4?
Okay, so for number 4, I had one ugly guy, Velika. The ugliest
wrong with
of the
Velika?
Voyanui Matori.
Wait,
What's wrong with him?
Velika?
Wait, no, I
Yeah.
like
What's
his
wrong
design.
with Velika? You heretic?
Look at his stomach.
Shots fired.
Actually,
Look at
he's
his
the only
arms.
Voy-
They look
Voy
like...
Do you have a
Unicorn I
beef
wanted
against
to get.
Garen?
He's also in the last Brown set, so I had to get him.
Yeah.
I do want him because he's a great being, but look at his arms. They look terrible.
The arm,
It's the
I have
same
him.
as
His
Garen.
arms aren't that bad.
Do you have a beef with Garen?
Well, they look... I don't have him, but he looks bad on photo. And his stomach
come
looks
on,
like
I'm sure
the
he's
worst
just
stomach
fine.
build of all the Voyanui Matoran.
Yeah. Mace, you're just a pessimist and a hater.
Ah!
Haters gonna hate.
And I've always hated Anua, or however you pronounce him, Metru
Anua?
Anua's name. Yeah, Anua. I've
Which
always
version?
hated his mask. It just looks too fat
Oh
on a
boy,
head.
shots
Yeah,
fired.
I almost put Onawa as on my list because
Anawa!
it's Onu. I mean the
It's
one
brown
thing
Onawa
where
if you're talking about the
pronunciation
Toa verse.
actually
Anawa
matters.
if it's Toa of Stone. You
Chris,
should
what do you
know
have as
this.
number 4?
Number 4. I have Kopeek from 2003. The
What?
Coley version.
Kopeek?
Really?
What's wrong with Kopeek?
What?
Okay. All right, children. All right,
fired.
children.
Kopeek is
Calm
always
down.
watching.
Okay, let's calm
Kopeek will
ourselves,
strike
children.
you down for this.
Kopeek is the second best 2003 Matoran next to Hafu.
Okay, guys, let's breathe. Ready? Breathe in.
No.
Breathe
I'll breathe
out.
out because I'm a rebel.
Okay. Here's why Kopeek
Oh man, I'm
drives
sorry,
me
LQ. That breathing is going to sound
nuts.
terrible on the recording.
Wait, your inhaling, exhaling is going to sound bad on the what?
It's going to sound
Just go
terrible
ahead,
on the
Chris.
recording. I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind. Anyways, this is why Kopeek has just been. Any of these Coley players have just been a boulevard of broken dreams. They
What?
drive me nuts.
They're way
Why?
better than the Mictoran.
Yeah, the Mictoran were good. These are better. But here's what drives me nuts about all these Matoran. They leave out 2 entire elements.
So
That's
that's
one-
So
Why
that's
is it
why
not so mad?
Kopeek is on your list?
No, that's what.
Is it
one
'cause he's
reason.
white?
I thought, that's not the reason.
because Kopeek is white.
But here's another thing. They gave him this weird gray color, not that lighter gray, which most.
Well, there's a
Matoran
ready
have,
they did that
or
because
that
if they
kind
gave
of
him the
light
lighter
bluish
gray, then
which
he'd have the
Matoran
same color as
Mictoran had.
Nuju.
And even then, they changed his mask from the old Kamau to the basically Nuju's mask.
You just
Well,
like
Mace
to go
hates
now,
that,
that's
hates
all.
that
nuts.
mask, so it's
I
not a
hate that.
loss.
I hate that.
Maybe I just have personal feelings attached to Kopeek as he was one of my
Yes, you
first
do.
sets as well. But I still think he's a great set and does not deserve to even go in the top 10, let alone the top 5.
It's just I don't like these Matoran because they left out the Oni Matoran for one, and you know how that gets me mad.
That's
They
racist.
changed his
Um,
color.
not quite.
They changed his mask. And on top of that, the Coley stick is garbage. It went ahead
What?
and they
That's one of
included
my
a
favorite
disc instead of an
Bionicle
actual
pieces.
ball. They could include a ball. It wouldn't hurt anyone.
Chris, you can change Hafu's mask to a Pakari and you have Hafu. I mean, no, Tapu.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One whole Oni Matoran.
Hey, that's
There's
more
still a
than
whole
the Lee
bunch-
Matoran
I wanted
got. Be
Nuparu, man. I
grateful.
wanted a Nuparu. I wanted a Conga. I wanted a Tamaru.
You wanted a conga line, I see.
I wanted a freaking Onepu, but I couldn't get any of them because Lego didn't include them. And if you want a Tom Matoran, you gotta go ahead and buy those giant animals, which
Hey,
are
Puku
just...
is a
That's
great
not
set.
Kopeek's fault.
You know, if you sell your soul,
Yeah.
you might be
Don't
able to get
blame
one of those
Kopeek
sets.
for your own mistakes.
Kopeek is just the worst of them. I was
Why?
gonna pick all 6,
No,
but then
no.
you would have called me
Mini
hypocrite
Golly
like
is
you
the
did
worst
Leo.
of them.
Holly is not the worst.
Holly
Yes,
is
she's-
great.
But
Holly
she-
is fantastic.
She may not be bad. None of those Matoran are bad, but she's the worst of the sets.
No, she's not the worst of the sets.
Silence LQ, they
The
are all
colors are really
perfect.
Spread out. They didn't change
Okay.
the
I
colors,
be
they changed the
commenting, but I
mask.
haven't
Moving on
paid
to number
attention to
3.
these guys.
Every set from 2003 backwards is perfect.
Luris, what do you have for number 3?
My number 3 personally was Gadunka. Like, I don't know why, I just never liked this set. It's not like I hate the design. I think it looks really cool, but I just don't like it. I've always felt
You have something against seafood?
yeah, no, I'm not against seafood. I would have you know that I eat seafood quite often and enjoy it. Maybe it's because I enjoy seafood so much that I want to eat Gadunka, but I just can't. And that is what drives me crazy about it.
Gadunka
Yeah,
is
Gadunka's
ugly
pretty
and
bad.
cool at the same time. It's
I can
so
see
weird.
why someone personally wouldn't like it. I mean, objectively, I think it's a really great set, and I love it myself. But I can see why some people wouldn't like it with their own personal preferences.
Yeah, I've always found him
Yeah,
ugly as a
it's
dog
ugly.
and cool as a cucumber all at the same time.
Isn't there I don't think it started in the trailer because they said something else, but someone misheard the Maori commercial when Gadunka shows up. They misheard one of the toys saying "Holy Gadunka!" And so it just kind of became a catchphrase after that.
Oh.
Wait, he doesn't actually say Holy Gadunka?
I don't think that's it. Lego
No, he
wouldn't.
does.
Lego wouldn't have done that.
No, they did.
They
He
did.
said Holy Gadunka. Yeah.
Yes.
Chris, you spreader
that
of
makes for a great
misinformation.
story.
But
How'd
yeah,
they
that,
recognize it
that
as a
became a
Gadunka?
phrase because they actually said it in the commercial, not because people misheard it.
Okay, I heard that people misheard and they said something else, like Gadunka or whatever. I don't know.
No, it's very
No,
clear.
no.
Speaking of which, this is just a side note, I really shouldn't go off into this tangent, but the
You're
Mario
gonna
commercial,
anyways.
isn't that all one voice actor?
I don't know.
It sounded like
I think
to
it
me.
is all one
think
voice
so.
actor.
So stop complaining about the 2015 animation. They're on the same budget as that. Okay, moving on.
Shots fired.
Let's see.
LQ's getting
My
on your
number.
soapbox.
Are we on? Yeah, 3.
3.
My number 3 is actually a trio.
Oh?
It's
Cheater!
The trio of Rahaga. Pocus,
What?
Manga.
Thou hast
and-
cheateth.
I don't even remember how to pronounce his name. Now, you might be asking why these 3 and not the other 3. Right?
Yes, I'm
I don't
asking
even know
that.
which 3 they
Well,
are.
these 3 did not have new colors. The others had new Metru colors. They had at least some new form of new pieces. These, however, use the same colors as the Rakshi, making them
Brown, white, and
almost
black.
entirely built out of Rakshi parts. Having no cool parts, they have no redeeming factors.
I've always found them to be ugly. The
Haters
Rahaga.
gonna hate.
The
hate,
Rahaga
hate.
are great.
But they're
Mate.
also ugly.
I rate 8 out of 8.
The Rahaga are I don't own a single Rahaga, and I don't want to.
I
They're
think I'm
definitely...
boring
Ooh.
from that free box I got. But
Burn the heretic. Burn him.
What about you, Morris? What do you
Burn the
think of the
witch.
Rahaga?
I think the Rahaga were. I mean, I personally got them when they came out because I was a child back then. I think we all were at one point. But
Well, Chris wasn't.
really interesting.
yeah,
Chris didn't
I
get
think the Rahaga are. They're very small sets without that many good new pieces. Like, their weapons are the same, their faces are the same. It's like,
How hard would it have been just give them a more interesting staff than the Rakshi they were associated with anyways?
Mm-hmm.
It would have been very hard. That'd be expensive, really. Think about it. Just one piece, one new
They're
mold
not even
for each of
necessarily a
those
new
6
piece,
sets.
just make them different than the Rakshi.
Let's
How
switch
they-
them up a bit, maybe.
I'm
I
sure
mean,
it would
like,
go
with the
really
single
well with
pieces you
Gaki
got
having
later,
Turok's
pieces you got
staff.
from 2007, I could see that happening. But at the time, I don't really know what they could have exchanged them with.
Let's see, Metru weapons,
Talking
No,
to
that
the
would've
sword.
been-
weapons.
We would have been
Yuba
complaining about that as
weapons.
well. We would have complained that, oh, they're just rehashing
No.
the Metro weapons.
Yes.
It's more that
Yes,
if they're
LQ,
rehashing the
yes,
Rakshi
you
head
would've.
and the weapon at the same time. That's more than just rehashing 2 different things from 2 different sets. Because then at least
Yeah.
you have a chance to get parts you didn't have before.
Yeah, because the Voyanui Matoran had some Metru masks, but then they also had different weapons instead of the
Yeah,
Metru
the Boy
weapons.
New Torn, that's why they're not on my list, because at least they mixed things up a bit.
Yeah.
Well, these
I don't know,
3
maybe they could have
Rahaga
recolored
did
the
nothing.
pieces.
Yes, they could have, but I believe they're actually made of leftover pieces.
Huh.
All the rock sheet they couldn't sell.
Okay, Mace, how about you go next? What's your number 3?
Okay, so for number 3, I've got Krika.
Krika.
Good-
Why?
I didn't
the
want to
off-
put him on myself because
Krika
I don't
is a
have the set
fabulous
myself,
character.
and I think it's too big for me to have an objective stance on it without holding it in my own hands.
I did almost take Krika off my list in place for Gadunka, but Gadunka I've always found to be cool. Krika, I haven't found him to be as cool as Gadunka.
Yes, he definitely isn't a very appealing set visually.
He has an ugly shade of white that is not very common at all.
He's supposed to be ugly. He's a bug.
Yeah, but why did they have to be so much uglier than the other 2 bugs?
Leo, you're fired. Racism against bugs.
You're
Bug
racist
ugly.
against farmers. You can't
See,
tell
I
me
can,
what
I
to
can
do.
play this game too.
Leo, what about you? What do you have as number 3?
Alright, I just want to preface this. These last 3 sets all have one common trait, with the final one being the most offensive to me.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is Lesevik.
Ooh.
Not
People are
because
going to be angry.
the Sea Sled, I'm pretty sure is fantastic. The set aesthetic and design is perfect, I think, but I'm green joints.
Yeah,
I'm green
That's why you
joints.
hardly see any less of X sets for sale.
It's a terrible, terrible travesty of our time.
I've always wanted that guy, but I can never find him online for a good price.
You know
Yeah,
why?
we
Because
need to
his
make a video
joints
about
break.
lime green joints, some kind of expose or something.
Chris, we have
Yeah.
that. Halloween at the
no,
BCC 2014.
Yeah,
Something a little more in depth. It's
Oh,
not
you know
much
what I
fun.
got when with the first Bionicle lot I ever bought? broken lime green joints.
Yay!
But
you
the seller
always
was
didn't
nice,
want.
and he
I
gave me
need to
new
find someone on
joints.
Bricklink that just sells a ton of lime green joints and just like buy them all so I can replace them instantly.
Then you'll never move your Holly Mari again.
Holly Mari actually has no more lime green. I had to replace them with gray pieces.
Somehow I've only broken a single one of hers, and
Dude,
I've
can I
had
guess
her
something
longer
real quick?
than almost
Is Holly
every-
Mari at number 2 on your list?
Not
Who,
mine.
me?
Oh, not Mace. Oh, Leo.
No,
Holly
it's not number 2.
Okay. Is it number 1?
Shh. Shh.
Okay. Chris, what do you have as number 3?
Number 3, I put Umbra.
What's wrong with Umbra?
I'm testing pronunciations now. I say
Aside
one
from the
way,
gaudy
everyone
color
yells at me. I
scheme,
say
the
the
roller
other way,
skates that are
everyone yells at
terrible,
me, so-
and the
Umbra, I
recycled
believe.
swords, what's wrong
Umbra.
with Umbra?
Going off the classic Latin.
I'm just going to say it now.
pronunciation.
Umbra was actually number 1 on my list.
Okay.
Spoilers!
I hate him more than any other set in Bionicle.
And it's a shame too, because the wheel feet, it's a cool idea.
Roller skates.
First
What
of all-
is this, the 70s?
Yes.
Yes.
The colors
Is this
yes,
a Karate
yes,
Kid?
Chris, it is.
So ugly, first of all.
Or was it
The
Terminator?
mask is so boring.
Save it, save it.
Okay, here's the
Okay.
thing. The mask, okay, I can deal with the mask, but come on, at least get a recolor. The colors are awful, because green and yellow should never go together. When I think green and yellow, I think sickness and disease. Podcast 21, sickness and disease. I don't know. The roller skates, as I mentioned, are awful. Umbra is what, Toa of the 70s? I really don't know. The 2 light up swords, I'm trying to figure out if he wants to be a Jedi or a Sith. I really can't tell. I don't know why he has a Rotuka spinner. He must have really been trying to push Air Jitsu before it's time. Sorry, Umbra, not everyone can be an innovator.
Do you?
Yeah, he's a
what it
mess.
takes to-
Yeah, he is.
He does not belong anywhere.
Okay, I apologize, but unless we get something interesting, I'm going to push this along. Let's move on to number 2. Almost the worst. It's the worst sidekick. It's the Robin of the worst sets.
Oh my.
And for mine, I chose Levac Va.
What's wrong with
Levac
Levac Va?
You little
Why him?
pagan, you!
Now, you may be asking, why Levac Va?
I
over
did
the
ask
others?
that.
Well,
I know
it's
why.
for one reason. He has katanas. I
That's
have
the best
millions
part!
and millions and millions of katanas.
What's
I
wrong
can
with the
use any of the
katanas?
pieces for one weapons from any of the other Borak Va, but Levac Va has no redeeming factors whatsoever.
What?
And not to mention that the Levac claw looks dumb on his head.
Silence, you heretics. Anything
Yeah,
from 2000...
gosh!
Everything from
katanas-
2001
the
to
katanas
2003
are
is
just
absolutely
brought back
perfect.
to 2011.
Here. The Borak Va are all terrible sets.
You do realize that from 2002 to 2011, there were no katanas.
Yes, there were. Classic Ninja.
No, that was
Yes,
before
well, so it's from
2002. That was in
1998.
There, either way. I don't...
That was 4 years ago. 4 years.
Either way.
Yeah, now
it's a
they brought
terrible
back
set.
katanas, but back then, these are the only way you could get them. All
Even
the
Yeah.
kids who went
katanas, the
ninja
Borak
sets,
Va were terrible sets.
You know, before Ninjago,
terrible.
I was thinking, man, I wish I had some katanas. Then Ninjago came, I was glad, yeah, I have too many katanas.
That's just what comes down
think
to.
of
To
all
me,
the poor children in 2002 begging
Ninjago
for
killed the
katanas,
Levac boss,
LQ.
Thunder.
Begging. Like dogs.
Down with Ninjago, killer of Levac Va.
Up with Nexo Knights. whenever
either
I
way,
forget.
even if it wasn't for the katana, even if it wasn't for the katanas, the Borak Va are bad sets. They have
You get
terrible
Victorian
articulation.
feet, man.
The Krana don't even stay in their backs.
You can if you position them
Oh,
right.
that's why you bend them over a bit.
It's still,
Yeah.
what's the point? And then their
All right.
arm attaches to that thing on the
LQ,
back
I'm
end.
going to get
Why?
Parak Va right now. We'll settle this.
I have
Like
some
men.
Boba, and they are my pride and joy.
They're terrible sets. You guys are nostalgia playing. Muller, it's your turn.
I don't have a
Alright,
single
my number
bar.
2 was Sidorak, because to me, that was just like a bad Titan for me. Like, those red triangle things on the side of his head was his eyes when he had 2 empty eye holes.
That always
and then,
confused me. Were those supposed to be eyes or like a decoration? Or...
Yeah, those were his eyes.
like,
Those were
yeah,
his
I
eyes.
don't,
It was weird.
I don't even know at this point. I don't know. I'll never know. And then his coloration scheme, I never really thought that it was that great. The red and gray, just didn't appeal to me, and
And way too much red.
trying to
Sidorak
figure
is
out
one of
if
the
any of
only
these
sets in my
2000s
collection I've considered scrapping for parts. Because,
And his-
first of all, he lost a lot of parts while I was little, and then he's just been sitting there, like, with a broken leg. I'm like, is it really worth it?
Sidorak, forever alone.
then his
Poor guy.
arm blade, like, I don't know what about that. It just looks
It's okay, Mal.
unattractive and
Itongu is superior anyway.
very. I don't know. I never liked the function of it either.
I will say I did like the function. I played around with that a lot, and often I'll keep it on my desk. Just
I
apart
don't
from the
remember
rest of
enough
them.
about Sidorak to comment.
Yeah, I can't say anything either.
Okay, Mace,
Wait.
you're number 2.
Okay, now one of the ugliest faces I've ever seen. Onua Hordika. I don't know how you pronounce it first.
Anawa Hordika?
Yeah, the brown one.
Anawa. Anawa.
His mouth looks like someone put a shoe print on its face. The brown and gray just really clashed to me. It never looked good.
See, the Toa Hordika, they're probably my least favorite good guy sets we've ever gotten in Bionicle.
Mhm.
I just didn't think of them as bad enough to put in my top 5.
Honestly, I really like the parts. The masks, I could go either way.
Yeah,
But yeah,
they're good
here's
parts
something what
packs.
happened. Onawa said something stupid. Montel kicked him in the face.
Yes.
No one likes Anawa.
No.
Yeah,
no.
as
no one.
evidenced by the shoe print on his face.
I always called him Shoe Mouth back in 2005.
I call him Toa Mew.
So Mew.
Some people get
Can't
that
speak. He
reference.
crushed his vocal cords.
What about you, Leo? What's your number 2 worst
Alright.
set?
Before I get to my number 2 set, I am the Liax, and I speak for the Borak Va. You
Oh
see,
my gosh!
get your average Borak Va out. Pull up a picture of Levak Va. You see his feet? His Mictoran feet? Well, his feet are the Mata green color. Mictoran feet never came in Mata green except
Okay.
for him.
Oh wait,
That's
yeah!
a good point. I never
The
realized
Parak
that.
Va. This Mata brown Mictoran feet. It never came in
Preach
in Mata
it!
brown.
Preach it, brother!
You see his hammer. It is tan. It never
Yes,
again came
actually,
in tan.
I do like that one. That's
Leo,
my most
you're my best
favorite
friend.
Borak Va because his hammer is the hammer Judge Nuju now uses.
Yes.
Yay.
Shut up,
You
jerks.
hypocrite. You whitewashed tomb. Alright.
Anyway, I still think, okay, Levak Va won't be the headliner of the worst Borak Va for my list anymore. The Borak Va still are taking second place.
Alright. Anyway, my number 2 is Elec.
Oh,
Ah.
what?
You know, and I bet you can guess the reason.
Yeah, okay.
Lime green.
Yeah.
Yes, the lime
joint.
green joints.
Leo, now tell us how you really feel.
Elec actually
I
I found
feel
has the
terrible.
most sturdy lime green joints of anyone, though.
And he's the only lime green joint guy that I do not have.
The shorter
which is
ones
why Elec
work a lot
falls number
better.
2 on my list. Elec has sturdy lime green joints. Lesovic has a cool vehicle.
I've always thought that Elec looked pretty cool visually.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
He
He's-
is my favorite Baraki.
He's a good looking set. It's just
He's not worth the money.
I wouldn't say that either. I actually recommend buying him.
I'm going to get him.
Just not
eventually.
handling him too much.
yeah, I'm gonna get him too, but I'm hardly gonna touch him.
But
Take him
handling
apart.
him just
Yeah, I
the right
gotta-
amount. Lime green joints must be handled just the right amount. If you handle
Yes,
them
they should
too
never be
little,
I
mocked
got a
then
with.
they
friend,
become
he's got
even
some
more brittle.
Baraki. I got
Yeah.
a friend, he's got some Baraki. He either wants to, he wants to give them or sell them or whatever. He said he wanted to get rid of them somehow. But either way, Elec is one of them, and I'm going to take your warnings very seriously.
No, buy him. Just don't mock with him.
Yeah, don't ever
No,
take
the
him
warnings
apart.
have to- I'm going to build Elec, and then I'm just going to put him away.
Yeah, he's for your collection, not for your mocks.
You just have
Yes.
to keep him dusted nicely. Like, you have to play with him the right amount. You know, he's an old man.
Yeah.
He has to be taken
Take
care
tender
of.
RA
love
comes
and
into my
care.
room. RA comes into my room. What's this? Don't touch! No! Back off! Precious!
Respect
Okay,
your
Chris,
Just
Elder.
elders.
requires some TLC.
What's your number 2 set, Chris?
Alright, number 2, Stars Gresh.
Okay, we already
That
talked
ugly
about
guy
Stars
again?
Gresh, and we're getting ahead of time. So moving on, Loris, what
Wait,
is your
no, go ahead.
number 1 least favorite set?
My number 1 least favorite has got to be Duma and the Nivok.
Why?
What?
Why?
I don't know enough about that guy to be outraged.
Like, the Nivok, it just looks so, I don't know.
It looks so cool.
No, like, its whole body is
Well, it's
just
kinda
like a
bare.
huge hole, and all
Yeah,
its
so it can
friends are-
carry Duma on his important business. Wouldn't you like a giant bird to take you to work every day?
Well,
No.
So
would the
that's
giant
why
bird
no.
have a
that's
giant
redeemed
hole
Leo's
in
side.
its stomach, like, that you just crawl into?
Think of it
That
as a
what
That'd be
you
harness.
so
want to do?
disturbing.
Think of it as a harness, Mal.
Yeah, that would work great as Sword.
Duma wears Nivok like a backpack, okay?
Think of it as a hole in Nivok's heart that only Duma can fill.
Okay, you know, I imagine like Duma carrying that giant, that giant backpack thing from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
Kronk's carrying that backpack thing, which is basically an entire house in a backpack. I'm gonna think of Nivok as that from now on. Kronk, pull the lever, take us to Mr. Nui.
You know, when Duma's in the Nivok, it kind of looks like he has the Nivok's legs as his legs.
Yeah. I like Loris's list though. It's been very different from what I would expect most people's.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been very inaccurate.
Oh, yeah. Inaccurate. It's called opinion. It's, individual, and...
Opinion? Individual? What are these terms?
I don't know, is this communist
This is the
Russia?
internet, Mal.
Bionicle Communist Central again?
Here we come.
Good grief.
What about you, Mace? What do you have here? Number 1.
Okay, one of the ugliest and most useless downgrades the
You
character has
said
ever gotten.
that about a lot of sets.
Yeah. Onua Mystica.
Really?
What for number 1?
Yeah, he has the ugliest mask. He
What's
only
wrong
has
with
one
the-
weapon.
What's wrong with it? What's
All
wrong
he
with the
has is
mask?
a gun. Everybody has a
Oh,
gun.
but golly, Mystica is so much worse about that.
Yeah, but at least she has the wing flaps and the dark blue. I always felt went pretty good with the silver, as far as the Mystica go, which are all ugly. But
See, I
Onua
really
is
don't hate the Mystica as much as other people. I don't like them as upgrades to the Toa Nuva, but as
Yeah.
sets themselves, I don't think they're that bad.
that's
Yeah,
part
sets would
of
be
what
good if
makes
they were
me hate
different
them so
Toa.
much.
Just not the Toa Nuva.
I like the Fantaka. I just do not like the Mystica at all.
That is a very common opinion.
Yeah.
I am a
Personally,
pedestrian.
Personally,
Wow,
I
almost
just didn't
40
think they're
minutes.
that bad.
I've always found
Theo, what
Onua to be way worse than the
See,
others.
everyone hates on the toe of Earth.
Hey, I like the new Onua. He's a beast.
I'm
but
the voice crying in the wilderness and no one listens.
it's okay.
It's a true
Chris the
story!
Baptist. It's Chris
I
the
stand
Baptist.
for the oppressed Oni Matoran!
Chris has come to
Onua
prepare the
listens.
way.
It'll be okay.
Okay, Leo, what's your number 1 least favorite set? I think I
Well-
know the answer.
It's, yes, you all know the answer already. It's Holly Mari. There's a
What?
Hey,
story.
she's so cool.
There's a story behind this.
Okay.
So,
dear.
Christmas of 2007, my sister got me Holly Mari.
Mm-hmm.
And, Holly Mari is I think is a really cool set. The wings
too.
look cool, the mask is cool. I really like the Faxon.
Yeah.
And that Protosteel Talon is cool. The Kodak Blaster is meh. But,
It's
lot
cool
of
in
blast.
concept.
yeah. But, gradually over time, the lime green joints just started to disintegrate.
Hmm.
I'd take them apart, I'd stick them back on, and they just break. Do you know how many pieces from Halimar I have left together? Lime green joint wise?
5.
None?
3.
3, oh man.
Out of how
That's
many?
so
It
close.
is an abomination. It's depressing to look at. One hand fractured in half.
Plot twist. Golly
was that
is one of
brittle.
the
Clear in
Skull
half?
Army.
Yes.
Leo,
Holly.
is it cut clear in half?
Yes, clear in half. It is that brittle.
What?
Wait,
Mhm.
what?
I need a picture of
Yeah.
this. Do you still have the part?
Yes, picture.
I'll try and find it. You can stick it in the video somewhere.
Okay, if I can get it by tonight, I'll do that.
I don't have mine at this house, but I have one broken in just the same way.
Huh.
Oh my goodness.
That was the broken lime green part I got in my first box lot that I mentioned earlier. That was the piece, broken clean in half.
This is why Halimari is my least favorite set.
So it's a personal grudge.
Yes, it is. All my last 3 have been personal.
I have an exact opposite grudge with
it's not
It's
me,
not
baby.
business.
It's
It's
you.
just personal.
It's
Personal
not me, baby.
business.
It's you.
Okay,
She was one of the
Chris,
first ones I got.
I think it's time we all get a chance to yell at you. What's your number 1 set?
I think we're all gonna be yelling. You guys all yelling at me yelling at it. Number 1 set that I hate beyond life itself.
Uh-oh.
Actually, no, beyond. It's supposed to be
Whatever.
beyond life
Get
itself.
you on with it.
Alright, fine. Alright. The set that I hate, in a way that I can't explain with an analogy, is the Bionicle Stars Roxy.
Why?
Because it is complete hustle fodder. It is
It is an affront to all things
The joints
03
keep
Roxy.
breaking. Both feet are gone. I had to hot glue them. They're terrible. That Roxy head is the worst. Were it not
Chris?
for the 2 holes in the back, I would have assumed it was Kinects and not Lego. It's that bad. The
Chris.
arms, when you assemble the whole thing, you have the staff. The arms cannot move whatsoever. They're just kind of locked there. You can't do anything. You can't
Chris.
even raise the arms above the guy's head. It's
Chris!
completely not possible. What?
I still have my 2 Roxy feet whole together.
See, it even
Chris
picks
is poisoning
favorites.
Valid.
It
He's
picks
fired.
favorites. It
From
pi-
Roxy
you can't
Stars.
fire me.
I quit! No.
Wait, that's not how that's supposed to work. Anyways, and also the Roxy has a big stubby neck
Chris,
thing
you've
that
driven
sticks out.
Mace to quit. You're fired.
You can't fire me, I quit.
Now
See?
Leo quit.
Wait,
don't
wait,
get
I'm not
in.
done yet. I'm not done yet. And then there's that
I'm
neck
taking
thing
all
that
these
sticks
staff
out.
members. Chris, you get out of here.
You know what? I will finish this. I will finish this. That neck thing that sticks out with the head on it is awful. That transparent piece also broke. Because transparent pieces have a more tendency to break if you...
I've
Chris.
actually never
Yeah,
broken
Chris.
a transparent
Chris.
piece.
Chris,
That's why
I've
when
never
I go-
broken that piece.
Yeah. And on top of it, you have to stretch the Roxy head onto the back, which is just... You can't even move the head. Why is the head attached with the ball?
I can move it left
You
to
can't
right.
even move the darn thing! It is
Chris?
awful! I call for that designer to resign from his job immediately!
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
How do I really feel? Well,
Tell us about your childhood. Let's begin there.
Obviously,
very
he's very
troublesome.
careless
I
with
got
his
a Roxy. Very troublesome. The first sets that I ever
Roxy.
got Bionicle wise, after my parents said, "Yeah, okay, you get Bionicle," were the stars. I was very traumatized.
I got a package of gum. I got a piece of candy. I got some
I
coins.
got a Roxy.
Yeah, I got a Roxy.
It's like, what am I supposed to do with this? This would
Okay,
make
now
for a good paperweight. Falls apart.
I think we're all tired of Chris ranting, so let's hear me rant.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Now, I
that's
mentioned this
good.
before. The Umbra is the worst Bionicle set ever. It looks like a bad attempt at a mock. And I usually like mocks,
a
but
mockery
this
of
is
mocks.
bad.
It's
The
mocking
Elkins team
mocks.
looks like someone who's trying to make an excuse for how their mock looks by limited parts. The mask is so overused. The Ruru is like the most overused Metro mask in all of Bionicle.
Oh, yeah.
If
Why
not-
can't we get the Mahiki? Come on,
Either
people.
way, it's why. First of all, that alone makes the set totally boring because half the reason you buy set is for Kanohi.
Mm-hmm.
Then the roller skates are just weird, totally weird.
It's a 70s roller derby, I'm telling you.
LQ, you know
like-
why it's not a terrible attempt at a mock?
Why?
It doesn't have those Nuva boobs.
Oh gosh.
True.
What the heck?
Gosh.
Did I, like,
Moving on. Anyway, and then the dual sword.
are you gonna cut
things
that
were-
out?
No, we're not gonna cut it out. That's too much work.
So you attribute it to laziness. I see.
You're fired, LQ.
Am I the only
you
member
see,
who
you
hasn't
play this
quit or
game.
gotten fired? I mean, seriously. Am I gonna
Now you're
No,
fired
I'm still
too.
here.
No.
Malorus, you are the perfect employee.
Everyone's fired.
Except for Mal, he can stay.
Well, except for Mace. Mal's fired.
Okay, yeah, I can stay.
Mace quit. Anyways,
Oh, man.
then what else do we have wrong with this? The weapon is weird. Again, it doesn't look
I
like a weapon.
agree.
It looks like a bunch of random parts together. Then they have two
It
Nika
does,
swords
it
for
does.
some reason. It looks like a combiner model that
Yeah, that's
didn't
what I
go
was
well.
thinking.
Wait,
I think
here's
it
another
pretty much
reason.
is a combiner.
LQ, here's
No,
another
it's
reason
not a
why it
combiner.
isn't a terrible mock. It doesn't have a Roxy head for a head. There.
True.
A Roxy
Shots
Star's head.
You know, Umbro, it would be really... Actually, he'd be a lot better if he used the Roxy Stars for a head.
No, it would not.
It matches
Yes,
color
it
scheme.
would. That
It'd
would
go
be cool.
much better
He'd
with
actually
his
look
color
pretty
scheme.
cool with that
No, in
head.
that case, you would have gone to number 0 on your list. It'd be that bad.
I think he would have been better with the Roxy Star's head too. It would have
No.
matched his color scheme.
Yes.
It would have added some needed design spikes and junk to him.
Solex
No, wait.
mask.
I've got it.
Get
I've got it.
Solex mask.
Umbra would be the first Bionicle headmaster. The Roxy would... The head would transform into the Roxy Stars, and Umbra would transform into a vehicle. Because, you know, he has the roller skates, and the Roxy would drive him.
Yeah. You know, if he was like that,
Transformers,
I'd buy
Umbra
him
in
even if he was
disguise.
ugly.
Okay. Any closing comments someone wants to make in like 30 seconds?
There's
Okay.
a lot of ugly
40
Bionicle, but they're all still pretty cool.
29
We've
seconds,
gone for-
guys. We need to get some stress relief after this.
We've gone for 47 minutes.
Go
Wow.
for a run. Do some kung fu. Just somehow, just calm down, guys. We need to go
Yes.
blood pressure back to normal.
Pick up your mattress, put it up
Honorable
against your
mentions,
wall,
all the
punch
rest
it
of
to
the
your heart's
stars.
content.
It's like take your Roxy Star, put it on the table, and
The
smack
Frog
it.
get
Just,
honorable mention,
just
no
smack
matter
it
how
over and
controversial it
over.
may be.
I'll put that Roxy Stars in the box, put that box inside of another box, put that box inside of another box, put that box inside of another box, and I'll smash it with a hammer. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant!
Okay, Chris, how about you sign us out?
All right. Thank you everyone for listening to our ranting. Rant below in the comments. I need some water.
Be sure to give us your top 5 list of worst Bionicle sets. I'd like to see how they compare to ours.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, comment below, like, comment, subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Rate.
1+ us on G+, so it doesn't sound as cool, but we'd appreciate it.
Don't forget to
anyways.
rate.
Absolutely
Yes.
rate.
Rating is
positive.
Rate 8 of 8.
Rate an 8 out of 8, mate.
And don't forget, me
Yeah,
and Chris
it's
are
great.
considering bringing the podcast to iTunes. If you're going to be interested in listening to it there, please
Oh, you
let us
are?
know. Only if enough people are interested.
Oh.
I'd
Alright.
listen.
So, thank you everyone for watching. From the entire BCC team, I'm Chris, here with Mal.
Yep.
You can say goodbye.
Alright, I'll say
We're doing
goodbye
that now.
if I have to. Farewell
Mace.
for now. Until next time.
And Mace,
See you guys.
and LQ,
Goodbye, we should have rehearsed this.
and Leo.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Well, so I was going to go ahead and say, I'm Chris, and then awkwardly wait for the
Adios.
next two people to say it simultaneously, and we start over.
Goodbye,
We're
everyone!
just- Goodbye! Oh my gosh, it's so hard to say goodbye these days.
Adios.
Can we end the recording now? Do we need to unsync? Nah. Alright, I'll just stop it then.